Sturavate.
And welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
Well, we've had better weather and an outside week this week.
Yes, lots of taking down trees.
Yes, you can probably hear from my voice, I am getting better. It's still not quite there, but we're both feeling an awful lot better than we did last week, aren't we?
We are.
Thank you to everyone who wished us well.
Yes.
Okay, we are recovering.
He's still losing his voice.
Lynn loves it. She really does. But yes, as Lynn just said, we spent this week taking down some trees because it's been dry and it's been reasonably warm for January.
Yeah, no wind.
No wind. So this is what we've been doing. As I said the other week, when we get weather like this, we're going to carry on working outside, preparing wood, cutting down wood, getting that sort of stuff ready while there's no leaves on the trees and we have these days with no wind. So we're going to turn our attention today to the trees behind me. Now these are on the edge of our land, but they've been left to get out of control. So we're going to bring them under control, bring down as much as we can, make it safe and give ourselves some firewood for next year. So this is now the view we've got, but now that we've taken down those two big trees. We've taken some other bits in the woodlands. We've taken and tidied up some other trees. I'll show you what we've done above the dog compound, but we are beginning to get there. So our supply of wood for next year is growing. And this is the tree that was over the dog compound. Now, it had to be made safe because it was overgrown. Bits kept falling off it in high winds. So we've taken a lot of the tree back. It's opened up the dog compound quite a lot. There's still plenty of shade in there for the dogs. They've also got the shelter and the little barn. So in the summer, they won't be exposed to too much sunshine. But like I say, it's now safer. No bits of tree will fall on them. And it's given us a bit more firewood. So this is the start of the big wood pile. That's the start of the small wood pile. So we're getting it back into the barn, ready to process. There's still a lot of tidying up to do around the land where we have taken trees down, but we're started. Hopefully by this time next week, all the trees will be down and we can then start the wood processing. So yes, we are making progress with the firewood for this year. Now, I know you're not supposed to use chainsaws up trees, up ladders. There was health and safety standing by. I had Max at the bottom of the ladder, Lynn supervising, so it wasn't quite as dangerous as it looked.
I wasn't really supervising, most of the time I was hiding. It's
But,
quite scary.
But the only way we could get the height down and not land trees on our barn or anywhere else like that was to take them at height, so that's what we've been doing. We did have one slight casualty. It wasn't me.
No, it was the ladder.
Yes, the bottom section of my ladder decided at the end it was just going to fold up. I started climbing up my ladder and I was going down quicker than I was going up. The ladder just bent in half.
Yeah.
So if you've got a spare ladder, send it over.
No, don't.
Yes, I couldn't quite believe the cost of a replacement ladder when I looked.
Yeah.
Not cheap, are they?
No.
No. Anyway, we've done the bulk of the work at height, so now it's just me on the ground.
Yeah, which is much safer.
Yeah.
I prefer that.
Absolutely. But we'll carry on with that next week, weather permitting.
We've also had a little wander round.
Yes, we have. We've mentioned what we're planning on doing this year previously, just in general terms, but we've kind of fleshed that out a bit, and this is what we're planning. So one of the jobs we've got to do is this path. It comes all the way from our front gate, obviously, runs along here and round to the side, but you can see it's not overly level.
No, I think there's been some work's done and the subsidence has come along here. It's all cracked along that edge. It's very uneven and there are some very nasty...
There are some real trip hazards here.
Yeah.
Now, the plan is to lift up these concrete tiles, get them out the way, level out the bottom, not quite sure how yet, and then have it so that when we lay it, it's going to be sloping away from the house, so any water that comes off the roof comes into the garden, not into the house. That's the plan. If you can suggest a way for us to do this, please do.
Yeah, it's a job that definitely needs doing, especially as we're getting older.
It is, yeah. So we don't want to be tripping up, so that's job number one. Another job I've got to do this year is finish off remedial work on the roof. Now, we're not going to retile the roof with brand new tiles, but the plan is anywhere where it looks a bit dodgy, we'll take the tiles off, make good underneath, put the tiles back on again. Get ourselves watertight, snow tight, weather tight, so that it's all ready for next year. One of the roof jobs we have to do is remove the lime oven chimney. Now, that will take a hole out of the roof and effectively make it more watertight. So it should be better when we're finished than it is now. Fingers crossed.
One of the other things we want to get done this year is to paint the outside of the house. It's probably going to go white, and we also want to do something around the porch.
So here on the porch we've got a few bits and pieces to do. We want to paint the walls, but before we do that, I've still got a few cables to channel in. And then we've also got the front door to refurbish, tidy up. Not sure exactly what we're doing with that yet. There's also rumours that we may be replacing this mosquito net with perspex. We'll have to see if the idea has legs, as they say. But yeah, that'll be our porch.
The other big outdoor project we're planning this year is to landscape and sort out this area.
Yes, you saw us last year put the pad down for the pool. Well, there are plans afoot here, which is why we've got the hardcore. We're looking at possibly an outdoor shower.
Yep. Composting
toilet, and maybe a hot tub. I'm also pushing for a sauna, but we'll see. If it's not on the list, it's not going to be done, is it? So we'll see what we do. But this then will become our outdoor leisure area where we can look at the views whilst floating in the pool. And the final thing that we've got planned, which will be an ongoing project, is we're looking to put a fence around our woodlands. Why?
Mainly so the dogs have a bigger run area.
Keeps the dogs in, keeps the sheep out. We've worked out that it's about 150 metres of fencing we need to put up. So it won't be done in one go.
No.
And it might not even be done this year.
A lot depends on budget.
A lot depends on budget. But we'll see exactly what we can do, how we're going to do it. Any suggestions, again, gratefully accepted. But that basically outlines the jobs we've got for this year.
It does, yeah. I mean, there was dead hedge fencing around here.
Yeah, well, you can see it behind us.
Which has deteriorated.
And we were also slightly concerned having a dry wooden fence
so close to the house.
We haven't been troubled by any of the wildfires that sometimes happen, but why take the chance?
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're not going to.
No. So we'll probably replace all this with a proper fence, then maybe even get a hedge along there. We'll see.
Yeah, ideally we'd like a living hedge along there.
We would. But that is basically our plans for this year, so see how we get on. We'll come back and look at this probably in December and say, well, we didn't do that, did we? But that's the way it goes. But you have to have plans to start with, and as we said before, they will change.
It'll be interesting to see just how much of it we manage to achieve by the end of the year.
And how much our plans change.
Yeah. As usual out here, the best laid plans tend to go a bit awry at some point. So.
Yes. Now, if you've got any advice on doing any of the jobs that we've got coming up, let us know. It's all stuff that's kind of either relatively new or we don't really know what we're doing, so we'll make it up as we go along.
Yeah, that's the usual way it happens.
It is, yeah. One last thing to mention, tomorrow is the training day at Palamasa.
Yeah, we're not sure if we're going or not yet, depends how we feel in the morning, we'll see.
Yeah, if we both feel 100% and it's blazing sunshine, we'll be there.
But we've got visits to friends on Sunday, so we want to make sure we're definitely up right for that.
Definitely, yeah. So we may not be there, so if you don't see us there, sorry.
Yeah, no, I hope you all have a good day.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hello, silly. Silly, come for cuddle. And Shelby. So come for cuddle. Yeah.
So I think you're now up to date with everything we've done this week.
Yep, I can't think of anything else to say.
No. So until next week, it's time for us to say,
Stay safe.
be well,
Dos Coro.
dos coro.